Hi, my name is Jessica Holman, and I'm a pre-calc intermediate teacher at Carmel High School. Okay, this is my family, my husband Eric, my two children who attend Carmel Clay Schools, and my puppy Max. If you need to reach me, you're welcome to give me a phone call, 846-7721. If I do not answer the phone, feel free to leave a message and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Also, a good way to reach me is via email, as listed on this page. And it's also the same on the Carmel High School website. I try to respond to all emails within 24 hours, and it typically occurs within the business day between 7:30 and 4 o'clock. Okay. Our PCI class, PCI is short for the Pre-Calc Intermediate, does have a Canvas website, and the Canvas website is where you can access anything or all information for the class. Okay, this is the home page for the website, and on the left-hand side, you have the home page. Okay, grades will access your child's grades for this class. Okay, modules is where you can find the day-to-day information, and then our Pre-Calc Intermediate online textbook. Now, the grades in Canvas should match up with the grades in PowerSchool, and it syncs every day around midnight. So if your child did something during the day and you check and they're not syncing with PowerSchool, it could just be that we need to wait for it to sync at midnight. Learning modules can also be found here at the bottom of the page. Class information and resources. This is where you can find the handout that I gave to all the children and I emailed earlier in the year that has the grade breakdown, just general class information, supplies needed, relearning opportunities, all housed in class information. And then again, if you need to contact me, if you click on that link, it will give you my phone number and my email address. Okay, when you click on modules, okay, this is the page that it will bring you to, and it has our day-to-day activities. So I have a module for each day that we are in class. And so you can see today we just completed day 9, it's August 29th. We covered lesson 1.7 within the class. So under the agenda, we'll give you the items that we complete during class. If we complete any notes or practice, that will be available under the notes and practice tab. And then if there's any textbook practice or check understanding, that will be listed under the day as well. Now, when you go to the agenda, if you happen to be looking at the agenda due to an absence, understand there's a few things that we complete in class that I'm not going to provide handouts for. There's just some things that we like to discuss or talk about or try on vertical spaces that isn't necessarily something that you can make up. And so I would recommend on an absence, focus on any notes taken in class and practice on those lessons. Okay. A day in the classroom. During most class periods, we'll have a warm-up, which will review a previous topic or some most missed questions on test or quizzes. Okay, when possible, I like to provide some SAT practice on our vertical spaces. Most days in class, we're going to cover some new topics in our notes and then have opportunities to practice and ask questions if needed. Okay, anytime you miss class, the class information can be found in Canvas. Okay, if you have any questions or can't find anything, feel free to reach out and I can help you get the information that you need. Okay, how can your students be successful in PCI? For many students, this is one of the first math classes which they're going to have to study for. Pre-calculus is the prerequisite to a calculus course, and it is a high-level math course, whether it's intermediate, regular, or honors. Okay, and this particular class, even though it's intermediate, kids think, well, this is the lowest level of pre-calc. It is a very high-level math course, and students will leave here with the skills they need to take a calculus course next year. Okay, so what can students do to be successful? Number one, they can read the textbook and study the examples in each lesson in addition to the notes. If I give practice, whether it's graded or not graded, that practice should be completed on time with effort. Okay, when possible, students should check their homework answers in the back of the textbook. I'm still amazed at how many kids will do the homework, not check their answers, and then they have no idea whether they're actually doing the problems correctly or incorrectly. Okay, students must participate in class. Okay, I do not allow students on their on their cell phones. They're not allowed to have headphones in. I would like them to be participating in class for the full 90 minutes. Now, with that being said, we don't necessarily sit in our seats for 90 minutes. We get up and we move around quite a bit. In fact, some of the kids are always like, "Oh my gosh, I have to get up again." Well, yeah. So we're going to get up and we're going to move around and we're going to have fun doing math. Our class tends to go pretty quickly, and students are always surprised when the end of the period comes because they're like, man, that went so fast. But it's because they're engaged in the lessons. Okay, next thing to ask questions in class if they're not understanding. Okay, I do not like when I hear students say, well, I don't like asking questions in front of everybody. Well, we all have questions and we need our questions answered. And I tell students, if you have a question, at least 5 other people have that same question. So I do not want any student to feel like they can't ask questions in front of the class because they're questions that need answered. Okay, if your questions are not getting answered in class or you just don't feel like they're leaving class feeling confident with what's happening, I recommend they request an SRT pass for more individual help. And then study for tests and quizzes. Okay, we study for tests and quizzes not by looking through the notes, but by actively doing the problems. So I recommend students complete the reviews, redo problems from the notes, redo problems from the homework. Okay, and then one of the most important things students can do is be in class. Attendance is very, very important if students want to be successful in this class because there's a lot of things we do in class that just can't be done on their own at home. Okay, grade breakdown. Okay, we use the Carmel High School grading scale as shown. Okay, 15% is graded practice, 85% test and quizzes. Okay, I do assign textbook homework and worksheet practice on a regular basis. Okay, this is practice. It is not graded, but I tell students it is very, very important. Okay, because this is where they have the opportunity to try problems, make mistakes, get feedback, ask questions. Okay, this is where students actually learn how to complete the material and understand the material. Okay, occasionally I'll provide a check understanding on Canvas, and I recommend students try this as if it were a quiz the first time. Okay, they have 5 attempts. So after the first time, assuming, treat it like it's a quiz without looking things up in the notes, gives students an idea of where they are, and then they can go back and redo problems using their resources. But after they get to the 3rd attempt, if they're not having success, that means they need to come see me for help and we can figure out what's going on. Okay, then there will be 4 25-point quizzes, and I believe it's actually 4, I didn't see 5 written there, but 4 50-point tests for the semester. Okay. Relearning opportunities. All of us learn at a different rate. Okay, so if something happens, a student does not do as well as they would like to on a test or a quiz, there are relearning opportunities available. Okay, relearning opportunities for quizzes take place in the form of correcting quizzes in class, asking questions in hopes that come time for the test, which is 85% of their grade, they figured out their mistakes. And so that way they'll perform much better on a test. The test is where we will do complete retakes or relearning opportunities if needed. And that's not just, I took the test on Tuesday, I didn't do well, so send Mrs. Holman an email and I'm going to retake it on Thursday. Okay, if a student is not happy with their original attempt and they gave an authentic effort on the first attempt, had good class participation, has completed the required practice before class, we're going to take some more time and continue to learn the material. Again, all of us learn at different rates, and sometimes we just need another week or 2 or 3 for things to kind of sink in and truly understand what's going on, and that's normal. And so if a student feels like a relearning opportunity is necessary, please have your child come talk with me, and we'll look at what went well, what didn't go well, and what we can work on so that the second opportunity goes better than the first. If your child needs help outside of class, I'm available every SSRT. Okay, we have 60-minute sessions, a first session and a second session, and they are always welcome to obtain a pass and come see me for help. SSRT will tend to be small groups, so usually groups of 2 or 3 students, in which I will go through and answer as many questions as I can in that amount of time. If your child prefers individual help, I'm available Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings from 8:15 to 8:55 a.m. My door is open, and your child is always welcome to pop in and see me, be it for math class or anything else that they might need. If something happens, my schedule changes, I do make the students aware of that week. For example, this week I'm available Wednesday morning, but not Thursday morning. So I do tell the students in advance so that way they know when I'm available. If students take advantage of my availability, they could get upwards of 3 to 5 hours a week of help for free. Okay, so please encourage your child to come see me if they need help in pre-calc or have any concerns. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. I'm always willing to have a conversation, and I do enjoy the phone call and the conversation. Though I do know sometimes email is easier, but do if you need anything, please reach out. And I hope that we're going to have a wonderful year. Thank you.